Hello YouTube. I got a box. Yeah, my camera's tethered because I don't have a battery. So, yeah. So I got a box. So I'm going to unbox this receiver. It is a receiver. And it is labeled STA-65. Ooh, I wonder what company that could be. Wow, this is packed extremely well. Look at all this foam. That's insane. Throw it out. Move. Alright, now let me take this out. Folks, I present to you the Realistic STA-65 solid state receiver. This particular Realistic receiver was built in 1968, so this is extremely early solid state. The knobs on this feel really nice, just extremely tough, and the switches feel great. They don't feel like gel. They don't feel like, you know, like they're about to just slip out of your hand like they do on some of the old Fishers. Got a headphone jack there. The speakers one feels great. Got bass, treble, feels good, balance, and of course volume is an on-off potentiometer, and of course there's tuning, and the tuning dial just moves beautifully. Look at that. The woman who used to have this took very good care of it. Now, like most electronics, it smells like someone else's house, someone else's garage, actually. Here's the back of it. You can tell it's 60s all the way when you look at this. Look at that. That is just solid construction. It uses screw terminals still, but these are really thick screws. Look at that. Very, very thick. And it also has an option to use speakers with an RCA cable, which is just fail. Don't do that. Get your tape out. You get aux, X-Tal, Mag, and Mag 1. So you can use ceramic cartridges on this phono section simply because it is from the 60s. And it definitely is Japanese made. It's very nice. Some of the screws for the FM antenna stuff is missing. I don't know why that is. So I'll have to find screws that fit in there somehow. I guess they lost those screws or something. I have no idea. But I guess all you really need is FM antenna and ground. So there you go. And there's the phono ground right there. And here's one way to tell it's 60s. This AM loop is literally a cardboard tube. Somewhat cheap, but you know what, whatever. It looks like there was some amount of water damage because part of the casing is separated here, which I should probably re-glue, re-epoxy. Other than that, this thing is in beautiful shape. The faceplate looks almost brand new. Here's the inside of the chassis. As you can see, very, very early solid state circuitry. The one thing that kind of worries me is these, though. These capacitors look like they are long overdue to be replaced. I doubt they'll do anything serious other than distort the sound a little bit. But all the same, you know. This is 1968 here. Is what you're looking at in here. So the circuitry inside receivers have been around for a long time. Now look at this. You have separate transformers for each channel. That's very nice. And there's the caps for the amps right there. The circuitry is extreme. The circuit boards in this are extremely clean. I am absolutely astounded at the condition of this thing, being it as it's from 1968. There's one There's what made that thing so heavy, that transformer. Look at this. That's a component you don't see very often. Actually, it's hard to tell what the hell that is. It looks like it's a shielding around something. I don't know what that is. That could be a transistor. That could be a germanium transistor right there. Wow, and that's actual painted LED, or incandescent light. And these are bayonet type lights too, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like these. Looks like this is in very, very good shape. It just has old capacitors in it that probably need to be changed, like this filter here. Who makes these? See, that's a 2000 microfarad 50 volt, so this thing clearly doesn't use a whole ton of power. Wow, here are capacitors you don't see very often. Look at this. Track-on 500 microfarad 15 volt Japanese made capacitors. Now this thing is definitely going to get a recapping at some point because it needs it pretty. It looks like it needs it pretty bad. Just because these are old, 1968. These things are over 40 years old, so they definitely need replacements. Especially these and that right there. That lump on the top bothers me. That lump right there. This one especially just looks like crap. Now I don't know what exactly the functionality of these caps are, but I'm gonna replace them, I think. Just because they look bad. This thing's gonna need a recapping. Oh yeah. But that doesn't stop us from plugging it in and testing it. Because it was in full working condition, according to the seller. So let us plug this in and test it out. I'm gonna variac it too, just so I don't blow any caps.